there's that rationalization of when I'm parenting a child who's questioning the world to learn more of where they fit in, I want to encourage that and put respectful boundaries of, okay, how do you think you could say that where they could hear it and not just go based off of emotion? Emotions are valid, but we can't always act on what behavior they're making us want to do. And then the questions start to change when the teen becomes older. And then they go, well, should I do this or should I do that? And our job is not to give them the answer. Our job is to help them find their own answer. What do you think? Let's weigh the pros and cons. If you do this, what else could you do? If you buy this car, what can you do here? If you go to this college, what else can't you do? Right? Letting them develop the
Sure.
critical thinking and borrow from our frontal lobe. So eventually, when they're adults, they don't come to us with questions. They say, hey, I did this thing and we're proud of them. Or, hey, I did this thing and I messed up and I need help. So there's this balance of how do you attune to your child at each age and what are you expecting? If you want the ideal outcome to be they're individuated, they have autonomy, they're successful in life, whatever that means to you and to them, and allowing their definition to maybe be different from yours. Maybe they don't want to follow in your footsteps. Maybe they don't want to be who you want them to be. So don't force them to be that. Allow them to show you who they are, help them and encourage them and let them be that way in society. And your job is to be that soft landing place and not be the one who's judging them and saying, well, you can't be that, or after all I've done for you, this is not what I wanted. Like, that's not the law school I picked for you. It's like, I don't want to do that. Did you ever ask me who I wanted to be? And a lot of parents go, no, I just kind of told them who they wanted because they think it's like a second chance at their own childhood. Spoiler alert, it is not. You raising kids is not a chance to reparent literally. It's a chance to give your kid what you didn't get. And if you don't have it, please go to therapy or talk to somebody or read some books. I can give a
Right.
resource list. Like educate yourself on what's missing to give your kid what you didn't have.
Well, and I think every parent on the planet, you know, they don't want them to experience the pain or the heartache that we experienced,
Totally,
right?
totally,
And we want our kids to have it better than we did,
totally.
right?
Yes.
And the reality is that a lot of the consequences that we experienced as young adults were because we made really bad decisions, right? And we didn't listen to our parents. Like I know there were times that my parents tried to teach me things, and I'm like, oh, you're so out of touch. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember standing at a payphone. You know what one of those is? I remember standing at a payphone in Houston, Texas. I think I was 26, 27, 28 years old. And I called my parents on their landline and basically ate a huge piece of humble pie. And I told them, I said, you know what? I thought you guys were crazy and out of touch and had no clue about reality. And I've learned the hard way that you're not as stupid as I thought you were. Yeah,
Some things. Yeah.
they were. And there were a lot of things that I experienced, the consequences of my mistakes that I could have bypassed had I had a little bit of emotional maturity of my own and ran those thoughts through my head before I made those decisions. And of course, what young adult doesn't think that they've got the world by the tail, right?
The
We're
ego is
invincible.
strong. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we're invincible. We
I
don't
know.
think about retirement. We don't think about old age. We don't think because we're living life to the fullest, right? And we're setting the world on fire, and honestly, most of the time we're setting ourselves on fire, you know. But anyway, this is all good stuff.